Good afternoon, everyone in cyber world. No matter where you are, positive affirmations. And I'm sure Khalid is going to tell me what the right saying is in over in the Middle East and in Egypt. Is it, what is the greetings, Khalid? What would I say and to greet everybody?
You could say أهلا وسهلا or مرحبا.
Mahala. Ah, that's what I thought I
مرحبا,
knew.
yes.
Yes. Greetings to everyone in the Middle East, especially in Egypt. Khalid, thank you for joining us. And to my special guest in the house, Ibrahim Baligh is in the house. Please say hi.
Hi, Messi.
Oh, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Um,
Yeah.
I'm hoping, for any the viewers out there will understand that Ibrahim does know a bit of English, but his manager is in the house with us today. And for clarity, his manager will translate certain things if Ibrahim doesn't understand. So bear with us, but the main fact is just join and enjoy because this guy is a joy. He's going to be someone that you're going to want to know more about. Trust me. Ibrahim, thank you for joining me today. We've
Yeah,
been
thanks.
we've been writing to each other quite a bit, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we finally have now got this working. Finally, I've got you on the show.
Yes, yes.
How
Um,
excited are you to be here?
What?
آه، أول كان في بينكم تواصل، والحين كيف تحس على هذه الفرصة اليوم؟
والله أنا فخور جدا إن أنا معاها معاك سيد خالد. يعني ده بالنسبة لي شيء كبير إن أنا قاعد قدامكم، وإن شاء الله يعني ببذل كل جهدي إن أنا أوصل للعالمية، لأن ده يعني حلمي من 4 سنين من ساعة لما بدأت الملاكمة، إن أنا أكون بطل عالم. وده مش حاجة بعيدة على ربنا، وإن شاء الله القادم أفضل. إن شاء الله طول ما في هارد وركينج إن شاء الله. آه، لازم أحقق الحاجة دي.
Firstly, he's honored and privileged to be in this show together with yourself. Um, Ibrahim has worked very hard for the last 4 years with his aim to really go for the top, and which is take on the world title.
Exactly, and we're going to come to that. Ibrahim, when did you start boxing? When did you really think that you wanted to box?
آم، أنا بدأت الملاكمة من 2017. بدأت الملاكمة الهواية في مدينة، يعني أنا كنت في مدينة في المنصورة اسمها مدينة في مدينة في مصر اسمها مدينة المنصورة. اتعلمت
Okay,
الملاكمة.
Ibrahim, just say a little bit, and then I will translate. He started back in 2017,
Okay.
amateur level, and he lives in a town called Mansoura in Egypt.
That's what I was just about to ask him. Where you actually from and his family. What is his family background like? What is his parents? Are they sports mad as well?
Yeah.
How's your family, Ibrahim? Do you have a father who's a boxer, brothers?
No. I am أنا الأخ الوحيد، يعني ليا بنت وده أنا الأخ الوحيد، يعني ما فيش حد في عيلتي بيحب الملاكمة أصلا. يعني أنا ما شفت الملاكمة كانت لعبتها صدفة أصلا، يعني لأني كنت بتفرج.
He's the only sibling, and
Oh,
it's just something that he just kind of like started.
oh, fantastic. So you started in 2017. Was that in the amateurs? Before you went pro, how many years of amateur did you do?
كم مدة سنة الأماتشر فايت؟
انا لعبت 2017 و2018 و2019 ولعبت 2020 بطولة منطقة. بس انا انضميت لمنتخب مصر يعني بعد ما بدأت الملاكمة على طول. يعني لعبت الملاكمة 2017، تاني سنة انضميت لمنتخب الناشئين وبعد كده الشباب، وبعد كده يعني انا ما دخلتش الدرجة الاولى لان سبت الملاكمة الهواية. بس انا حققت انجاز في الاربع سنين ده، اللي انا ضربت ابطال ناس كتير بقالهم 15 سنة و20 سنة بيلعبوا ملاكمة الهواية، فعملت بصمة حلوة في ملاكمة الهواية. انضميت لمنتخب مصر، عسكرت مع 3 مدربين من كوبا. أتذكر مستر راؤول، مستر فرانشيسكو،
I know
مستر
exactly
أوليسي.
what he's saying right there.
Yeah. Well, he's basically said when he first started in the boxing in amateur, he worked really hard to then go on to the nationals. And back in 2017, 2018, 2019 as well. And obviously, he then got trained by the Cuban trainers.
Yes, I saw that. Now, because I read up on him that, and he was saying goodbye to him, because I think they know, obviously, being in the amateurs, he was only allowed that particular trainer. What age are you now, Ibrahim? How old are you now?
أنا مواليد 25/10/1999.
1990.
Okay. Oh, he's given me the year, 1990. Okay, let's see. Let's make sure 1990. Oh, 21.
22?
22,
21.
Yeah, 21.
21.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah.
I had to put my hat on there for a second. Mathematical
I know.
hat. Yeah.
We can't count 2020.
Yeah, you can't. It's just out of the window, isn't it?
Yes.
So you've done the amateurs from 2017 to date. And now we're waiting for you to actually, because of COVID, obviously, we're not having any professional fights just yet. But how do you see yourself? Because when you started amateurs, the weight that you're fighting now is not the same weight. What weight was you fighting in the amateurs?
Ibrahim, when you first started boxing in amateur, what was your weight?
أنا أول ما بدأت لعبت 69.
69.
Oh, right. So he was definitely like a light heavyweight.
No,
69.
like
featherweight, I think.
Just below middleweight.
Light middleweight. Okay. So now he's, for clarity, Ibrahim is now fighting super middleweight. He's 76 kg. And that's
correct.
Now.
Now, yes.
Does people know who's in that division? Does Ibrahim know? Who is in your division, Ibrahim?
من في العالم على هذا الوزن 76.
76 Canelo.
Yeah.
Canelo, Canelo. Yes, my dream to fight together with Canelo.
Yes.
And why not?
Oh no. I did read, Ibrahim, that you wanted that. Basically, he is your hero, but you're aspiring to fight him. That is the dream, correct?
Yeah.
يعني Canelo يعني he's your dream in your head, isn't it?
Yes, his dream.
Your best champion.
نعم. الناس زي يعني بعض الناس هنا في مصر بيقول لي انت زي كانيلو حتى ما بلعب سبارينج. انا بحاول على قد ما اقدر ناخد ستايل كانيلو، اللي انا اطلع بحاجه من كانيلو، استفاده منه. فيديوهاته كلها عنده، يعني بقرا تاريخه. هو مش لاعب اماتور، هو بروفيشنال يعني حديث، ما لعبش اماتور بس حاول يطور من نفسه، وانا باخد القاعده دي منه ان انا احاول اطور نفسي زيه.
He's inspired by Canelo, and all his training, and which you saw just a few seconds clip, but his movement, his footwork is all through an inspiration of Canelo. And people do say as well that you do have the Canelo touch to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm hoping that I've got a couple of videos that will play a bit later on through the show. You'll see that I have made sure I captured my utmost best. Some sparring sessions that I do have of Ibrahim, which I know that hopefully Canelo will see these at some point. But
Absolutely.
the dream is this. Khalid, this is a question for you. How did you discover Ibrahim?
As a boxing manager for Zuhair Al-Qahtani, Ibrahim approached me last year because my whole ambition is to fill in the gap in the Middle East where we have champions to be like Ibrahim, and they've not been given the opportunity. Be it the system that is wrong, be it Ibrahim is not working hard enough. I don't think Ibrahim can do any more. He is ready. He's hungry for success. And with what I've been planning for, which you'll get to know later, is putting in place a long-term plan for the Middle East in particular. Although I'm working with boxers from around the world.
Yes, you are. You are a very busy man.
My main focus is the underrated boxers in the Middle East.
So, Ibrahim, back to you, which Khalid will answer. Your amateurs, what do you know what your record is in the amateurs at the moment? What is the record?
Ibrahim, in your amateur boxing, how many win, how many loss you had?
29 I have record 29. عندي خسائر 4 فقط.
29 wins, 4 losses.
Wow. Did you see my eyes? I'm sorry. I'm like, wow. I can't wait because I am going to be following Ibrahim's career. I want to grab. I'd love to get. Promise me, guys, that you get me some of those amateur boxing because they're not actually, because it's in Egypt, it's not easily accessible here. So if you can get me some of those, that'd be amazing. We'll put that up on, as a follow-up going forward. So he's now turned pro. You've now turned pro, but we're in lockdown. How hard has it been for you, Ibrahim?
Yeah, Ibrahim. How hard has it been with lockdown يعني بالنسبة للبوكسing؟
بالنسبة لنا الموكس المحترفين.
بالنسبة للكورونا دحين الوضع في مصر.
في مصر والله يعني الأندية مقفولة عندنا هنا، بس البطولات الهواة عندنا شغالة، اللي هو الاتحاد اللي هو الهواة شغال، لكن عندنا هنا يعني بعض الأندية مقفولة يعني هنا، فالواحد يعني ما بعرفش يتدرب مثلا في أندية وكده، بتدرب اللي هو مثلا بدون ما حد يعرف عشان ما تكونش وحشة ليه يعني للشخص نفسه. واحنا ما بنوقفش التدريب يعني هنا، ممكن انا واصدقائي هنا نروح في اي حته ونتدرب فيها يعني no boxing no life.
That's right.
Oh,
well,
I got that. Yeah.
What Ibrahim is facing at the moment is in a lot of countries whereby unless you've turned professional, unless you've really kind of like showcased yourself professionally, amateurs or those that are now turning pro haven't got the opportunity. And you may be as good as you want. And as he said, it also depends on who you know in Egypt to be given that opportunity. There are events in Egypt. I'm in touch with some of the promoters there. But for me, I'll give a good example. I have a boxer. His name is Mohammed Bagdash. He's a light heavyweight. With looking at his record, 18 fights, 18 wins, you know, he's never lost. And but his star rating is low because he's never had that opportunity to really
To
fight the right
fight,
people and move
yes,
up the scale.
yes.
And for me, the reason I came into boxing, which I'll explain a lot more later on, is being approached by Zuhair in the beginning. He was being promoted by a certain well-known promotion company who never looked after him, and I had to work hard to get him out of that. And I'd realized that with boxing, it doesn't matter how good you are, you could be the best in the world, but if you haven't got the right team to begin with, you will just stay
Absolutely.
there. Your voice will
Yes.
be unheard.
Yes, very, very true indeed. And I said you and I spoke earlier, didn't we, Khalid? And we were saying how we were talking about the you know, the Hearns and the Frank Warrens of this world, and but you know, I can only speak for the UK, but it's a similarity for yourselves in Egypt, in the Middle East. You know,
Absolutely.
it's dog eat dog. Am I correct?
Yeah, 100%. They're not interested in going to the local gyms, picking boxers who've worked so hard to sacrifice everything, and then to be given that opportunity. And that's all they need. They need the opportunity to showcase their talents, and they're lacking that. And hence why, for those that have made it, Corona may be a good thing for them in a sense. It could have been worse had they been like Ibrahim, had they been like the other boxers who are now struggling no events.
Yeah,
And as a matter of fact, even with the big events that are currently happening, the money isn't that good.
yeah. Because they know
So
they can pay crap money. You know that, right?
yeah,
They know
that's
they can
right.
pay crap money.
Yeah, they take what is there, because what is the alternative?
Yeah,
The alternative
yeah,
is to join the employment queue and look for another career, because if you're not careful, boxing will die,
yeah.
and it takes years
To
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 get,
build that,
yeah,
yes.
the whole, yeah, from the start to getting champions. It takes years, and the whole system will collapse because there's restriction all over the world.
Ibrahim, what made you approach Khalid?
Yeah.
Last year, Ibrahim, why did you call me?
مستر خالد، يعني أنا كنت أعرفه، شفته على السوشيال ميديا. يعني ده شرف ليا إن أنا كان مستر خالد يكون مديري. أنا من الحقيقة ما أعرف مستر خالد من سنة، وتواصلت معاه وعرفت له قصتي، اللي أنا يعني عايز حد يساعدني اللي أنا أوصل ونساعد بعضنا كلنا. وطبعا مستر خالد مع زهير، ده يعني حلم اللي أنا أكون زي زهير، حقق حزام الشرق الأوسط في تاني ماتش ليه ولا ثالث ماتش ليه. ده حاجة كبيرة جدا للشرق الأوسط والسعودية، المملكة العربية السعودية. وسيد خالد يعني حاجة عظيمة إن أنا أكون يعني هو مديري يعني. وإن شاء الله ببذل قصارى جهدي مع سيد خالد إن إحنا نطلع كلنا مع بعض إن شاء الله بإذن الله. والسيد خالد شخص طيب جدا جدا جدا، يعني هو مش مدير، هو أب لينا، هو أب للفريق كله.
He contacted me a year ago, back in 2019, following the success story that he's seen with Zuhair, who's behind me,
Yeah,
the first
Zahir
WBC
is
Middle
a
East champion.
revelation, isn't
He's
he?
Saudi, and the inspiration that he got from that had led him to contact me. And for me personally, you meet boxers, and there's some boxers that are driven for money and fame. But with Ibrahim, you can see the inner champion inside him that
The
wants to come out.
desire.
All he wants to do is, yeah, the fire in him. It's like it's a funny thing that I saw a clip of earlier on today, 2012, of Khabib, when he was first introduced to the MMA,
MMA, yeah.
top promoter, and the guy was like, yeah, he's Russian, yeah, he okay, yeah. you could see there wasn't that real connection in him. But not knowing that the guy you're talking, the quiet, humble guy, was actually going to be
The champion.
yeah,
The champion. Because
absolutely.
he had the
So,
desire, and he
and
was
that's what I
humble.
see in Ibrahim, the likes of Ibrahim. I see that in the likes of Muhammad Bektash,
Yeah.
the light heavyweight boxer. I mean, I've worked really hard in my. I'll actually hopefully be writing a book in a few years' time to just showcase how challenging boxing can be. For me,
Yes.
I never went into boxing because of money. As I said, I was asked by Zahir to step in and help, and that
Yes.
was only temporary. But when I actually saw the whole system, it just wasn't right.
You felt that you needed to do something.
I
You
needed to
felt,
do more, and
yeah,
if I can do for Zahir,
yeah.
then I can help out the likes of Ibrahima, the likes of uh, other boxers like Sajid Abid, Nasir Al Harbi.
You saw a gap.
Yeah,
Khaled, you actually saw a gap, and you could see that even if there's people with intentions like yourself, they're not stepping up to do it, and that's what I see you're doing right now.
absolutely.
My question, and you and I are definitely going to be having a one-on-one. You know that, right? At some
Indeed.
point, we're
Looking
coming
forward
back to
to it.
this couple of weeks. I'm having you back on, and we're
Looking
going to
forward.
have a deep conversation. Ibrahim, give me, growing up, who was your inspiration? Not just Canelo. Growing up, inspired, because you had to be inspired to become a boxer. What was it that inspired you? What was growing up, where you were? What was your life like?
يا إبراهيم في بداية يعني طفولك إيش اللي خلاك يعني تحب أو يعني يعجبك البوكسينج؟ مين كان هذا الشخص؟
الشخص اللي انا يعني جدي الله يرحمه كان يعني يعرف محمد علي كلاي، فكان بيجيب لي فيديوهات يعني ان انا اشوفها يعني وكده. كنت انا بحب محمد علي كلاي يعني كشخص قبل ما يكون ملاكم. فعشان كده يعني محمد علي كلاي تاريخ كبير جدا 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 في الملاكمة. يمكن يعني هو هزم اه عكس فلويد مايوزر، بس أكترية العالم بيحب محمد علي كلاي من تاريخه. فمحمد علي كلاي أول ما أنا عرفت الملاكمة يعني شاهدت مقاطع فيديو عن محمد علي كلاي.
Obviously, as you probably worked it out, the inspiration came from Muhammad
Muhammad
Ali.
Ali. Yeah.
Yep. But he said it's mainly his personality, his character outside the ring that for him was also
Absolutely.
inspirational, and it made it just even better and perfected it in the ring.
That is beautiful, Ibrahim. Absolutely beautiful. Are your parents supportive of you choosing this profession? Are they behind you 100%?
Your mom and dad, are they supporting you?
في الحقيقة هم يعني هم دعموني، بس يعني اللي هم وقفوا جنبي في أول الطريق. بعد كده أنا كملت الطريق لوحدي بصراحة. يعني أنا كنت بسكن لوحدي في مدينة أخرى عشان أتعلم الملاكمة، بس اتنقلت المدرسة أخرى عشان أتعلم. ما كانش في مدينتي حد بيعلم بوكسينج، فكانت أشهر مدينة في مصر الإسماعيلية، هي دي اللي اتعلمت فيها الملاكمة مع مدرب ماي نيم صلاح أمين. ده لعب أولمبياد ميونخ، هو اللي علمني الملاكمة وهو اللي حببني فيها وهو اللي شجعني. هو كان معايا لآخر طريق بصراحة يعني. بس والدي وأمي يعني هم وقفوا معايا في الطريق، بس بعد كده يعني أنا اللي شفت طريقي لوحدي. ما حدش وقف معايا يعني غير.
Initially, parents are and were supportive in the beginning, but he says with boxing, it's a lonely thing. So he had to push himself further and having to move to a city called Ismailia and to be trained by the former Egyptian Olympic,
Coach.
I think, champion in Munich.
Oh.
So must be an experienced trainer. So he's the one that has been supporting him throughout his
that's a
training.
journey. That's a
Yes.
journey. Ibrahim is actually following that passion. Don't worry, Ibrahim, your parents love you. They'll be there when you get in the ring. They'll be there.
Yes.
In that ring.
Your mum and dad, they definitely love you, yes.
Yeah, they definitely love you. Ibrahim, and as I said, we are in COVID, lockdown, and, it's hard. Because right now you just want to be that pro in that ring right now to show everybody who you are. How are you keeping motivated? What is keeping you motivated and training? Because it's hard to train because there isn't any gyms. You can't go anywhere. We're in lockdown. I'm sure Egypt has the same lockdown. Am I correct, Khalid? Have they got the same lockdown?
They're not as strict as us. They have a warmer weather, so the impact isn't as hard as us. But yeah, Ibrahim, what do you think right now? What is making your heart strong when you go to the gym every day? What is it?
اللي انا بذهب يعني بروح الجيم يعني
ايوه يعني تفكيرك يعني your heart بالنسبة
للهدف
طريق البوكسينج.
والله انا ليا سيستم في الاسبوع للتمرين. I have system in training of week. يعني مثلا 3 أيام بوكسينج وفي يوم سبارينج اللي هو يوم الخميس ده مخصص للسبارينج، وباقي الأيام بقى ممكن اليومين أو ال3 أيام دول مثلا رانينج today running ويوم راحة. ده السيستم بتاعي في الأسبوع. بس طريقي أكيد كل شخص ملاكم يعني محدد له طريق. انا لسه الكابتن قايل لي حاجه، الكابتن صلاح الاولمبيك ميونخ قايل لي حاجه لسه في دماغي دلوقتي. سهل يا ابراهيم ان انت يعني تجيب بطوله، بس صعب ان انت تحافظ عليها. انا ماشي بالطريقه دي لحد دلوقتي. تفكيري اللي انا هدفي رسم هدفي. عمري ما في انسان بينجح بدون ما فيش مش راسم هدف ليه. لازم الشخص، اي شخص في الحياه مش لازم ملاكم، لازم يكون راسم هدف ليه يوصل ليه. الهدف طبعا مش هيجي من يوم او ليله. الهدف بيجي عن سنين وتعب ومجهود، وكل ده يعني بفضل ربنا وفضلك انت اللي انت تتعب للهدف ده عشان توصل. ده الحاجه اللي انا ماشي بيها على اي حاجه في حياتي.
Ibrahim spends about 3 days in the ring, sparring, doing that sort of training, and then the other 3 days will be keeping fit, jogging, sprinting, and he has a day off on the 7th day. And he said it's difficult, it's not easy, the sacrifices that he has put in, and as inspired by also his coach, who has asked him to be patient even under the circumstances. Success doesn't come easily.
That's correct.
It's only a matter of time. But also, just to add to that, we were looking to have an event in Saudi Arabia next month.
Is that possible?
Well, right now it's turned out to be not possible. Only because what's made it worse, some of the boxers are coming from the UK.
I thought so, yes.
If myself as a promoter, because I've also turned into a promoter now, and a manager, if I'm going to be taking 72 crews, including the boxers from the UK, just UK alone, to Saudi Arabia, I keep them in a hotel for 2 weeks. Just before they even get out to do anything.
That's a lot of
cost
money.
Implications. Yeah, hence why it's been difficult. And with Ibrahim, we had set back last year in September, November. Now we said, okay, we're going to aim for March. But again, March has turned out to be more challenging because of the new variant. But we're just hoping with time, as countries begin
Patience.
to vaccinate their populations and
Yeah.
they open up the borders and make it easier for us to launch these events, then we are really, really working hard to ensure that this year, 2021, that the likes of Ibrahim, who has been very patient, worked so hard, and is ready to take that on. I don't
Yeah.
want to break his spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. What's in store? Because I mean, you're his manager and also a promoter. So I'm going to ask you that because that's a question that Ibrahim can't answer. Who did you have lined up when he was who have you got in mind that you think that when he goes pro, because he's professional, he just hasn't been able to do his professional debut.
Correct.
Who have you got in mind?
Firstly, because 2019, and again, I'll mention it in our show. I'm just building that curiosity, that momentum, ready for our next show together. Zuhair had fought in the Joshua Ruiz 2 in
Yes.
Riyadh, and Prince Khalid, who is the biggest supporter for us in Saudi Arabia, who gave us the opportunity to showcase Zuhair, gave us the opportunity for Zuhair to fight in Riyadh. But we had to make it unique for Zuhair because he's the first Saudi professional
Yes.
with his 7 wins. Never lost single weight of a fight. That this time it had to be different, and I worked so hard with Frank Smith, Matchroom.
And Richard Davis.
Yeah,
Yes.
and Richard Davis, the coach, to actually bring in the new Middle East WBC Middle East title because
And he
it had to
did.
be
I think
unique.
he shocked everyone, didn't he? No one
He
thought
did,
Zahir was going to win.
yeah, absolutely. And his opponent, this was his first loss that Omar Dosari had, and he was a good boxer. He fights like Prince Nassim when you
He
see Omar
does. He
Dosari.
does. I
So
watched it. I watched the fight.
yeah, and Zaher, no matter what he did to Omar had a strong jaw and he
Chin.
was
Yeah.
not dropping.
Yeah. Yeah.
But someone had to give in, and unfortunately, Omar Dosari did the best he could, and he lost that match, and Zaher became the first WBC Middle East champion.
So
So
what you had in mind
from
for
there, moving
Ibrahim?
on, yeah, moving on from there, we had to have a continuation of the Middle East title. Hence why Ibrahim needs to have a structure in his road towards success. And for that reason, I want his focus right now to start in the Middle East, to be crowned the Middle
Absolutely.
East champion, and to go east, win the WBC Asia title, which I believe he can and he
I was going to
will.
ask you that. Do you think he can? And you just said it.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely, absolutely. Ibrahim Canelo. That's what his name is.
Yeah.
He will. He will bring
Ibrahim
pride.
Canelo. I love
Absolutely.
it.
Ibrahim will bring pride to Egypt. He'll bring pride to the Middle East and inspire everyone in the world. But you know why? Because he can do it. And
Yes.
not just
Yes.
by his
Yes.
skills, but also having the right team with him to
Which
support
is
him
what I was
through
going to
that
ask
journey.
him. I was going to ask Ibrahim. You love your team, Ibrahim, don't you?
Yes.
Your team is brilliant.
Yes.
Ibrahim, when I first came across you, it wasn't that you reached out to me. I saw a video of you. And this is, for me, I box, and which I think Ibrahim knows that I box because he's seen me training, etc. But, your video, Ibrahim, I came home one day, I was boxing, I dropped my gloves and I had my phone in my hand, and there was this boxer just, on the IGTV. And I was like, who's that? you know, but you could see it was quite amateurish, but it was just his punch power and his foot movement, and you know, the way he plants his body to let the punches go, and I was like, damn. So I then, you know, I liked Ibrahim, and then he liked me back, and I just said, I've got to interview you. Didn't I not? That's what we did, didn't we, Ibrahim? We saw each other. I liked
ايوه
your boxing.
هي يعني شافت الفيديو تبعك بعدين عشان كده دقت عليك اليوم to do this interview.
نعم. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just amazing. So for me, if you could explain this to Ibrahim, for me, what I've watched boxing, I'm telling you, way down, way past Lennox Lewis, I'm talking about Quay. I am talking about the Hearns. I've gone to the Haglers, the Foremans, way down the line. And my father he wanted a boy, and I was the first girl instead. So I had to, I ended up being, a tomboy. So football and boxing and wrestling was it. The rest of my siblings are not like me at all. So when I saw Ibrahim, I went, nah, this guy's in the making here. Who is he? Where is he? And why do we not know about him here in the UK? Only to find out, hold on, I've got you right back here. Only to find out, I don't know why my machine, where have we gone? Can you see me? Yes, I can see it, sorry. Something jumped up on my screen then for a second. Only for him to tell me that he's in Egypt. Ibrahim, my final question to you before we we jump out of here. When you go for your next fight, Ibrahim, when you do go pro, I'm coming.
Absolutely. لما تطلع إن شاء الله يعني professional boxer تعطيها التيكت.
أكيد. Your first person to ticket to see.
I will buy my flight ticket. I will be there when you're first pro. I will come, and I just want my ticket to get in.
What we were planning to do was, I think it was before the second lockdown. Yeah. We planned to bring boxers to the UK, including Ibrahim.
Okay, but I think Richard was saying that to me. Yes, he was mentioning that.
We tried, but unfortunately, with the time and the way things were going, we managed to get Majid al-Nakhbi. He came from Dubai to train in our gym in London. So it's only a matter of time before we see Ibrahim come to the UK and you can meet him personally.
It would be a pleasure. It would be my absolute dream and pleasure,
Inshallah,
to absolutely meet both of you. Callie, I know you're here, so it'd be an absolute pleasure. Richard has been amazing. I've been following him for a while. I've interviewed him, and there's so many big things going on. And so you will definitely see me around in the camp. And I'm just really grateful that we've been able to catch Ibrahim now, before Ibrahim is going to be the next big name as a super middleweight.
Ibrahim says he is inspired by Canelo, but Ibrahim is unique. Canelo may be his journey, but Ibrahim's name will be, a name to be remembered.
Yes.
Mark my words.
Ibrahim, before we go, what would you like to tell the public in the Middle East, also your fellow countrymen in Egypt, and introducing yourself here to the UK? What would you like to tell us?
إبراهيم. إيش تبغى تقول للشعب، شعب مصر، شعب العالم، على الفرصة إن شاء الله؟ لما تحصل الفرصة إيش تسوي إن شاء الله؟
والله الشعب المصري ناس كتير هنا واقفين في ظهري ومعايا، وإن شاء الله يعني حقق اللقب ده. يعني ساعتها أكون بدأت أول خطوة النجاح، لأن دلوقتي انا حاطط نفسي اللي انا دلوقتي انا مش بطل، يعني انا مش بطل، انا لسه جديد. كنت بطل في الهواة، نسيت الهواة الهاستوري، يعني نسيت الهواة. دلوقتي انا عايز ابدا الاحتراف بلقب، عشان اكيد لازم ان شاء الله اوصل بسرعه في البروفيشنال بوكسنج، ده محطتي. واكيد ان شاء الله مع يعني اول حاجه يعني افتخر بيها ان انت تكون معايا مستر خالد، ده حاجه شرف ليا. وطبعا البروفيشنال بوكسنج يعني انا حاططها في دماغي كده، اللي هو غير الهواة. اي نعم، هي عالم كبير، بيزنس، هي طبعا مش ملاكمة، في ملاكمين كتير مش كويسين، بس البيزنس بتاعهم قادر ان هم يلعبوا مع ابطال عالم، ويتكتبوا في التاريخ اللي هم لعبوا مع ابطال عالم، ويحفروا اسمهم في التاريخ، في تاريخ الملاكمة البروفيشنال. فطبعا الملاكمة البروفيشنال يعني هي بتعتمد على الفلوس، وده حاجة كويسة جدا. اللي أنا يعني إن شاء الله سيد خالد، يعني إن شاء الله اللي أنا أحاول يعني كل جهدي اللي أنا أكون معاك آه، بالبروفيشنال بوكسنج، اللي أنا يعني أحاول أقدر إن شاء الله أكون بطل الدبليو بي سي وورلد إن شاء الله. ده حلمي إن أنا أكون معاك إن شاء الله رب العالمين. وطبعا ساعتها فرحتي مش هتوصف للعالم، والشعب المصري واقف جنبي. واولا يعني الشعب المصري وحضرتك السعودي، ده بالنسبه لي حاجه كبيره جدا، ان انا سعودي، ده حاجه تتشال على الراس، وحاجه السيد
I
خالد
like when he does that.
يعني افتخر بقى قدام العالم.
Yes. This is a sign of respect to say
Yes, I
I'll
know
put
the
you in my
signal.
head.
Yes.
Yeah. Ibrahim basically says that right now he's not a champion. He knows that. But what is driving him is the hard work that he has put in to, to his skills to reach this level. And he's honored and privileged to be working together with me. The way I see Ibrahim is a brother to me. Um, it's not all about business. It's more personal, because that's how I learned as well. When you have a manager who takes his job really seriously and treats you like he's on, believe me, the outcome is a lot better. And again, I'll explain when we next meet
Yeah.
why I say that, and how important it is to have the right team. But for him, he believes the honor of having me on board, especially for him to come to fight in Saudi Arabia, is the biggest opportunity he'll ever have. And his aim will be to take on the WBC champion belt with him. And the thing is, what I have planned for him, as I said, Ibrahim will be the next Middle East, super middleweight champion. He will then go up to WBC Asia. We'll take that one, and then we're going to move to
I
take on
just
the
can't
Americans.
wait. I can't wait. I'm
Absolutely.
so excited for
I want to
Ibrahim.
give Ibrahim, if let's say COVID was all relaxed and we kind of like gone back to normal, I give Ibrahim 2 years for him to reach the world ranking. By the time he's on his 10th fight, he's already picked up a world ranking title.
Khalid,
Him,
promise me
as
you'll
well
keep
as
me.
other boxers.
Khalid, promise me you'll keep me posted on all the fights, so I can at
Absolutely.
least highlight them. I can put them on stream, because I've got my own website, so I got the rights to just stream straight through. I don't
That's
have to worry
excellent. I
about
look forward
Facebook
to it.
cutting me off or some crap like that.
No.
So please, just keep me abreast. Ibrahim, I am going to be following you very hard. Okay,
Stay back,
you're
inshallah.
you're very humble. Stay humble, because that is what's going to be your journey. The humbleness is going to be your victory, and I'm telling you that. even if I never live to see that, remember I said this. Please tell him, Khalid, your
Yes.
humbleness is going to be your victory.
هي قالت قلبك طيب، قلبك نظيف، وهذا عشان كذا أنت تطلع. يعني الاسم مرة كبير إن شاء الله. لا تنسى هذا الشيء، هو من قلبك، يعني هذا قلبك صافي وطيب، هذا اللي يخليك أنت تنجح في الحياة إن شاء الله.
ان شاء الله، ان شاء الله استاذ خالد، ان شاء الله رب العالمين، ده
إن شاء
حلمي ان
الله,
شاء
as
الله.
Joshua said, إن شاء الله.
Inshallah, yeah.
Yes, God willing.
Thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you so much for being on the Sports Edition show. The first person, I didn't think it was going to be possible. I could speak to you all the way in Egypt. People need to understand you are not in the UK. I'm actually speaking to you from Egypt. Well, I'm in the UK, you're in Egypt. And we will be continuing. I'm so grateful to bring you to my audience. And let's stay in touch. Khalid, let people know we will be having Khalid, who is Ibrahim's manager and a promoter, in London and in the Middle East. He will be back on our show. We will advertise that and let you know, because there is a lot more that we need to bring to the table in terms of the boxing fraternity, and it'd be great for him to share how different things are over here. Once again,
if I may also wrap it up on my end.
Yes.
Okay. Let the viewers never confuse the idea. Although I focus on the Middle East, I would help anyone that I can, bring them on board. As I said, in my list of boxers that I've got from the UK are boxers who came off the streets and started amateur boxing. Hence why I worked with Richard Davis with his gym. It's a charity gym that supports the youth, in South London, Brixton.
Yes.
And it's important for them and everyone else that wants the opportunity to progress in life, but are struggling because the top end promoters are taking them on board. And I'll also be saying this: be very careful for any boxers that do want to turn professional. Don't sign up to any contract with anyone for the sake of it. Do your homework, vet them, get a feedback before you commit yourself, because you could not be doing the right thing. And there are a lot of good promoters and managers out there who will be able to help. But I hope and look forward to meeting your viewers again to discuss what
you will.
we hold for the future.
Yes,
world
definitely
boxing.
we will. What we should do is, and I'm going to say on air, is we've got a few fights lined up. We've got Josh Kelly, I think, is coming up further down the line in February. What we could do is we'll get together for that particular fight, that fight weekend. Let's have a show. Let's talk boxing, and let's make it. We probably get Ibrahim to join us as well. But we can do that as a great showcase. Have the fight and watch it. And then talk about boxing. Let's make it something. And also, obviously, we've got Dylan's fight coming up.
Absolutely.
We've got AJ's fight coming up. So we can choose from whichever one. But it'd be really great to have you back in that segment. Let's talk boxing. Let's talk boxing.
And I hope and believe that Joshua Fury, I'm hoping, will be fighting in Saudi Arabia again. That is my gut feeling.
That's your gut feeling?
Inshallah.
Yep.
You know I'm getting on the plane, right?
Looking forward to it.
You know I'm getting on the plane. This time I'm definitely getting on the plane. I don't care.
Excellent.
I'll get there 14 days to quarantine.
Indeed.
Khalid,
But hopefully things will change by then. They're looking at June, July. So
hopefully.
I would say, yeah. Looking forward to it. Very exciting times ahead of us. And thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Ibrahim, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Okay. Am I allowed?
I will you something, Messia.
You're going to get me some?
Yeah, I will you something.
Okay.
This is in UK. This is my favorite city. But please don't hungry me.
Okay.
This is my city favorite in Liverpool, and I am a fan in Liverpool.
Wow.
If I knew that, I wouldn't put you on. How could you do that to me? I'm Spurs. You know I'm Spurs. Oh my God.
Ibrahim is a rare species.
Oh, you love Liverpool.
Because
I
I am
can't
fan.
let this. I can't. I'm gonna have to cut that out.
Yeah.
I fan in Liverpool because this is player, my Egyptian, Mohamed Salah.
Oh
Mohamed
wow.
Salah, yes. Yeah.
I let you off.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time,
Thank you so
Valerie.
much.
Thank you, Ibrahim.
both.
Yeah.
I will speak
Thanks to Mr.
soon.
Khalid.
Take
You're
care.
Take it
right.
easy.
God bless.
Yeah.
Assalam. Bye-bye.
Let me stop the recording. Okay. To everyone out there, please say bye to the wonderful Khalid and the wonderful Ibrahim. Take care, and we will speak soon. And please, guys, stay safe in COVID until we meet and speak again. To everyone out there, thank you for tuning in on Standing in My Truth Sports Edition show with myself, Valerie M. We're out of here. Yeah, we're out of here. Have a good weekend.